Any threat to the United States or its territories, including Guam, or our allies, will be met with a massive military response, a response both effective and overwhelming. Kim Jong-un should take heed of the United Nations Security Council's unified voice. All members unanimously agreed on the threat North Korea poses, and they remain unanimous in their commitment to the denuclearization of the Korean Peninsula.
Welcome to Fullofgrace Ministries. I'm going to read a little something here to do with an antidote to war. If you're guided by the power of knowledge within yourself, the deeper intelligence that God has placed within you, then there can be no violence or war or conflict. There is only the effort to create positive, mutual beneficial arrangements with others. Humanity will fail without the new revelation. The world would become ever darker, more dangerous, and conflicted without the revelation. Humanity will falter and fail in the face of its own errors and lack of clarity. The resources of the world will be spent through conflict, competition, and war. People will rise up against their governments. People will rise up against one another. There will be untold conflict in the future, greater and more contentious than anything you've ever seen before. It is the new revelation that holds the missing ingredients to your understanding, the key to your awareness, and the source of your power, strength, and determination. Now, folks, can't you just see this going on now? We're in a war with each other. Everything. The president can do nothing right to suit the people, which is so ungodly. I mean, you know, God placed this man there for a purpose because he's a genius and he's smart. And regardless of how he's being fought, he's not being fought for the good of America. They're being fought because of their selfishness, period. You know, they're afraid of losing jobs. They're afraid of losing money. They're afraid of losing, you know, something that has to do with them. They don't give a rip about America's people. You know, and President Trump does. That's why he ran. You know, doesn't mean he's perfect, because none of us are, though. You think about it. I mean, we're all fall short of sin every day, you know, even though we strive not to do that. But we still do, because there wasn't but one perfect, and his name was Jesus Christ. God has sent a new revelation into the world to prepare humanity for its future, to warn humanity of great dangers within the world and beyond the world, to bless humanity with power and the presence of knowledge that has been placed in a deeper strength within each person, so that humanity will choose peace over war, cooperation over division, resolutions over the loss of confidence, freedom over capitulation, responsibility over weakness. Without the power and this grace, you will become ever more fearful and discontented as the world around you changes, becomes more difficult. You will become ever more affected by people who are now becoming more angry, more judgmental, more threatened by the great changes occurring throughout the world. You would become more isolated. You will feel that your survival and your affluence and your well-being are under constant attack. You would blame others for this, perhaps even whole nations of people that you do not even know. You would become partisan. You would be afflicted. You would be at war with yourself, caught up in wars occurring all over the world. Now, folks, we can see this happening every day. I mean, you know, as more things come our way, like the hurricanes, the floods. I mean, Texas is my home state. My heart, I've cried every day for these people and prayed for these people. It breaks my heart. I can't tell you how much this touches me when I see such devastation all over the world. And now we're about to face another that's coming, you know. I'm not fearful, but I'm not stupid. I'm not going to sit here to let it run over me. I'm going to leave. You know, great conflicts in the world. There's wars, there's cultural conflicts, competition for land, resources, all have been waged by powerful individuals. Everyone else just goes along and tries to hide and escape. Humanity will face war and conflict on a scale it's never known before. Can't you see it happening now? I mean, the things going on is just horrendous. I mean, poor President Trump, they don't like anything this man says or does. And he's doing it for the American people. They need to get behind him and stop being so selfish and foolish within their own thinking. There will be sufferings at levels never seen in this world, and that's what we're seeing now. Look at what's happened in Texas. I mean, look what's coming at us now again. Religious people will think it is the end times. It is the apocalypse. It is the coming of the Messiah. But all it is the failure of humanity. All it is the violation of natural laws of the world. All it is the product of human ignorance, greed, the failure to respond for what God has placed within you to see, to know, and to do. Well, I personally actually do believe it is the last days. I do very much believe that when Jesus returns, it will be on a Jewish holiday. That's my belief. Because if you check back, everything that ever happened with Jesus was on a Jewish holiday. Now, even though we don't know the time, the day, the hour, or anything and such, because only God knows himself, but he said we would see the signs in the heavens and on earth. And our Holy Spirit shows us a lot of things. And people need to be bolder. They need to get stronger. And this I was reading to you was offline under quotes of war. And it was something I had pulled up. It doesn't say exactly who wrote it, so I hopefully I'm not in trouble for quoting all this, but you know, it's so true. You know, it's just something that I wanted to share because I was reading it, and being the services is about war, I certainly wanted to put something on there that would benefit someone, I pray. I love all my team. I want all of you to stay safe. I thank Pastor John and Lady Trish for allowing me to speak at all. I'm very humble to that. Just keep praying for Texas. Keep praying that the next hurricanes that are coming, that it's going to go back out to sea. Not take any more lives or harm anyone. I pray this every day, several times a day. I will be preparing to go myself, and I will be back with y'all as soon as I possibly can. And I love each one of you. Don't you ever forget that. May God bless you. Take good care of you. Pastor John, Lady Trish, y'all are just absolutely a blessing from the Lord, and you're doing such good work, as the team is as well, and growing. We're all growing. We just keep smiling and keeping our eyes on Jesus Christ. God bless you.